Yeah, excuse me, I'll be right back. Vicky? Vicky, can I talk to you a second?
Can't this wait until we get home?
No, it can't.
All right, talk.
Well, I've been thinking about this a lot. Why don't you get another partner?
Ralph, this isn't the time or place.
Why not? Yes or no? What's so hard about that?
What's hard is you're being a bully, and I don't like it.
And I don't like feeling like I'm losing my wife to another man.
You're not.
Then prove it. Get another partner.
And how long will it be until you start getting jealous of him? Or maybe I should just have them all interview with you first.
Are you saying that your partner's more important to you than your husband is?
I'm saying I shouldn't have to choose.
Vicky, if you don't break up with Andy Campo, this marriage won't survive. Excuse me.
Men. If I live to be 100, I'll never understand them.
Oh, honey, what's there to understand? Trouble here in my life today. Ain't no man making me feel okay. Jealousy, I'm tired of that. One been sneaking round like an alley cat. The other got just one thing in mind, but I ain't doing no double time. You got a right to feel that way. That's why we ask the Lord every day. Why can't a man be more like a woman? Now a woman can't be so sensitive. She spends her life learning how to give. Men ain't bad quite all the time, but sometimes they make you feel so bad. And now and then you put them in their place, and you get a little laugh from that sorry little faces. There's a reason this ship is sinking, 'cause men round here, they're nice to the thing. Why can a man be more like a woman? Here together, together we'll be united in female harmony. We'll make a stand, we'll stand real tall. All for one and one. Come on, girl. I got a right to feel this way. That's why we ask the Lord every day. Why can't a man be more like a woman? Why can't a man be more like a woman? Why can't a man be more like a woman? Like a woman.
Days of sunshine, tears and rain, precious memories of years gone by. Hours of darkness, fear and pain, all the time that we had. When all that's left is a photograph, not one golden moment in the sun. Doing what had to be done, living under the gun. Under the sun. Under the sun. streets are dark and bare, not a sign of comfort anywhere. In the alley, on the stair, you call it, I will be there. When no one else seemed to care, living under the gun, under the gun, under the gun, living under the gun.
We've come to speak with the people who live here, not with you.
What's the matter? You don't understand English?
You have a right to knock on this man's door?
No, you don't.
Why?
Because you're interfering with police business, my friend.
Police business. When police business includes protecting black people, we'll worry about interfering.
Does that mean you're refusing to comply with our instructions, Omar?
My name isn't Omar.
Sure it is, Omar. Now move on. I won't tell you again, pal.
I repeat, our business is not with you.
What's going on?
Do you know these men, Detective?
No, I don't.
Says he doesn't know you, champ. That means you're trespassing.
Mr. Potts, we are here from the black Muslim community to offer you our protection.
We're all done talking, bro.
Don't you call me bro.
I'll call you whatever I want to call you.
Excuse me, officer. I'd like to speak to these gentlemen myself. Please.
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am.
So, what do you guys want?
We want to offer you and your family protection.
That's what those men are for.
No white racist police department is going to look out for you, brother.
Sir, as of right now, I am a member of that department. I will thank you to remember that and to not make my position any more difficult than it already is.
Just know that your security is not uppermost in their minds.
No disrespect, brother, but it's not uppermost in yours either. And I'm not interested in being a political symbol for anybody.
Should you come to feel differently, please don't hesitate to contact us. Assalamu alaikum once again.
Mr. Poe, what is your occupation, sir?
I own a convenience store in Inglewood.
Ever been held up?
I've been held up many times.
I would imagine that makes going into work pretty scary.
Yes, it does.
Do you keep a gun in the store, sir?
Oh, you bet. It's registered, Your Honor. Everything is in apple pie order.
Ever shoot anyone who tried to rob you?
I shot at them, ma'am. Unfortunately, my aim's not too good. Every last one got away.
Prosecution asks that this juror be excused.
So observed. Jurors dismissed.
Excuse me.
Let's see, Dorothy Dugan?
Yes, sir.
Ah. What is your occupation, ma'am?
I work for the Department of Social Services.
And how long have you worked there?
23 years.
Like your work?
Yes, I do.
I would guess, then, that you feel rather compassionate toward the poor.
Well, I don't separate myself from the poor, sir. I try to provide whatever help I can to those in our society who need it. That's why I do volunteer work at the homeless shelters. That's why I became a social worker.
The defense will exercise one of its peremptory challenges.
Juror Dorothy Dugan is hereby dismissed. Defense has 4 peremptory challenges left. You can go now, Miss Dugan.
Why can't I be a juror? Does this gentleman think I'm incapable of judging the case on the facts?
Well, ma'am, each side gets 10 free challenges, so Mr. Whites is entitled to dismiss you for any reason at all.
Well, I was just curious to what his reason is, that's all.
Then I will tell you exactly what it is. To my mind, you have demonstrated both Marxist leanings and liberal guilt. I also believe you to be a woman of deeply felt convictions, one of which is your admitted identification with the poor and the downtrodden. I'm afraid you may be predisposed to view any police officer with suspicion, perhaps even with hostility. I admit this is all based on one very brief conversation. Nonetheless, that's all I have to work on.
Okay, Miss Phelan, given the lateness of the hour, I think we'll pick this up tomorrow. Remaining members of the jury pool report back here at 10 a.m. Court stands adjourned.
They want to settle?
No, she wants to.
Are you down here to show support for LaRusso, Chief?
Down here to see for myself just what the hell's going on.
And how does it look to you?
It's just about the way I thought it would look.
What do you think LaRusso's chances are?
That's a matter for the jury to decide.
And how do you feel about the fact that he's being made to stand trial altogether?
That's the way our system works. You just
I'll
have
tell
to
you
let the
how I
process
feel.
run its course.
I feel sick to my stomach. Vincent LaRusso's already been judged by the same collection of misfits that can always be counted on to squawk the loudest.
Who are you referring to, Chief?
Who am I referring to? I'm referring to the rich West Side leftists, the Negro con merchants. I'm referring to the whole miserable entertainment industry that this city bends over backwards for, even though from what I can tell it's made up mostly of drug addicts, crybabies, and homosexuals who are intent on tearing down all our traditional American values.
What do you mean
Chief,
by
are you
Negro
saying
con
that all
merchants?
homosexuals are intent on that?
Hell, sweetheart, you know exactly what I'm saying.
Chief, it's time we wrap this up.
I'm just glad LaRusso got himself the lawyer that he did. Fact is, he needs all the help he can get. And say what you will, Sidney White's is one smart Jew.
Stay back, people, please. Come on.
Sure you didn't see anything?
Sir, if you saw anything, the detectives will want to talk to you.
He's got to go take his medicine. He didn't see nothing. Come on, Polly.
All right, Jenkins, what happened here?
Looks like... You first on scene?
Yeah.
What happened? 4 guys, dark-colored vehicles, no bake. A bunch of bangers came around the corner this way. Guys in the vehicle opened fire. Little boy was riding by on his bike when he got shot. His name's Matthew Finney. 6 years old.
Ma'am, just hold it. Somebody help me.
Not my baby. All I live for, all I live for, all I wanted. Oh, my baby, look what they've done. Not my baby, not my baby, not my little boy. Oh, my baby, what have they done? Oh, Lord, somebody tell us, please. There's gotta be an answer. Why, Lord, must the innocent suffer, Lord? How many must die, Lord, before we know why, Lord? I'm asking you, show some mercy on us mothers, spare the children. God have mercy, keep them alive. How many more must suffer, oh baby? Why must we live in fear? Heaven help us all to survive. Oh Lord, won't somebody tell us, please? Gotta be an innocent suffer. Die, Lord, before we get an answer, Lord.
is it possible to offend so many groups in so short a period of time?
Louise, I wasn't trying to offend anyone.
But without trying, you did a pretty good job of it.
Look, all the people who are up in arms are the same people who've been against me right along.
You don't offend Jews, blacks, the gay community, the entire motion picture and television industry if you're a public official in this city. Not if you want to remain a public official.
I suppose it was bound to happen.
What was bound to happen?
You and me. One little blip on the old radar. Honeymoon's over.
The fact that we have a social relationship doesn't mean that we can ignore this.
Social? You call saddling up together social?
I am the mayor of this city, and I will be called to account for whatever my chief of police says. Now, the remarks that you made were at the very least an embarrassment. And if we don't attend to some real damage control, they could become a political liability as well. That notwithstanding, I still want to go to bed with you, baby.
I'm sorry, Louise. I'm not feeling all that romantic right about now. Excuse me.
Ah, Detective Potts. I'm Sidney White.
Hello.
And this is my assistant, Trish Vaughn.
Hello.
Hey. Please, have a seat. Ah, we know you didn't have to, but we appreciate your coming in, Detective.
Well, I'm not looking to hang Vincent LaRusso, and I want him to know that.
I think he does.
It's just that I'm in a real tough spot here.
Well, yes, you are, but I think what you're doing, anybody would do under similar circumstances.
So, why did you want to see me, Mr. Weiss?
Well, in preparing for trial, it becomes enormously helpful if we can anticipate your testimony to some extent. If we could just ask you a few questions, it might give us all an idea what to expect.
Ask away.
Trish?
You were in the room at the time Tyrone Weeks was shot, is that right?
Right.
What'd you do?
I stood there and watched.
Who were you watching?
What do you mean, who was I watching?
Who were you looking at when Vincent LaRusso fired his gun?
I was looking at Vincent LaRusso.
So at that moment, you didn't really see what Tyrone Weeks was doing.
Hey, miss, all he was doing was standing there.
Standing how far from his gun?
He wasn't going for his gun.
If you weren't watching him, how do you know what he was doing?
She's playing games.
What kind of a deal did Captain John Hollander offer you in exchange for testifying against your partner?
He said I wouldn't be punished for making false statements in my initial report, and that's it.
What sort of a deal did Commander Warren Osborne offer?
None.
You did talk to Commander Osborne.
Yes.
But he didn't offer you anything?
No, he didn't offer me anything.
Okay, let me get this straight. You lied to cover for your partner, then changed your story and exposed yourself as a liar for no apparent reason. Come on, Detective. Somebody offered you a better deal, and you took it.
Hey, I don't have to take this from you.
Not here, you don't. But you will have to take it in court.
Good.
Hey, Miller.
What?
What have you been doing?
What have I been doing about what?
About the 6-year-old kid that got murdered, Miller. What have you been doing about that?
Hey, Frost, back off.
Hey, look, don't tell me to back off. Half the people out on that street haven't been talked to yet.
What, are you playing detective now?
Look, in case you're interested, I got a partial license plate. Here's a list of possible vehicles you might want to be looking for.
Some party you got yourself, kid.
Oh, yeah, Franklin, man. He's the greatest.
Let me talk to you for a second.
Sure. Well, what is it?
I want you to know that I'm the last person in the world to judge somebody by his car.
what's color got to do with anything?
I hope you don't mind a word to the wise. Man to man, some friendly advice. I mean, it takes all kinds. That's okay by me. But I bet there ain't no roses in your family tree. Some people talk too much. I hear a thing or two. They say your other half, he's got an attitude. I've been around the block. I say a man's a man, but some folks just never gonna understand. Don't get me wrong, I keep an open mind. I know what's what when your butt's on the line, and when you need a man to cover your back, where blue is blue and black is black. You're a real bright kid, so let me set you straight. You wanna get ahead, you'd better clean the slate. I say to each his own. I say what's right is right. So don't you put no black in your black and white. Don't get me wrong, I keep an open mind. I know what's what when your butt's on the line, and when you need a man to cover your back, where blue is blue and black is, well, black's just black.
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think you're a real jerk.
Ralph, stay away from me, kid. Hey, look, I've been thinking. We're all grown-ups. There's got to be a way for us to resolve our problem. There is.
Davey sounds good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been pretty good about practicing lately.
You do remember he has a recital tonight.
Sure, I remember. I gotta go.
It's at 7 o'clock at his teacher's, so you're gonna have to go straight from work.
Right, I got it written down. I gotta go.
So go. Davey, breakfast.
Coming, Mom. Let's go. In my office. Jennifer?
Here you go.
Thank you. I hear you two got into a brawl last night. What's going on?
It's personal, John.
No, it's not. Look, if we can't handle our problems like reasonably intelligent adults, how the hell can the public trust us to deal with theirs?
I didn't start this, Captain. The hell you didn't.
All right, shut up, both of you. Now listen. I want you to clean your house and do it fast, or I'll clean it for you. And I promise you, if I do it, neither of you is gonna like it. That's all.
Quite frankly, I'm amazed it's taking you this long to consult with an attorney.
I didn't think I needed one.
Well, I sure as hell don't know why you thought that.
Hollander told me what my options were.
Hollander's management, Donnie. His best interests and your best interests don't generally coincide. And he sure as hell isn't paid to worry about yours.
Do I testify against Vincent LaRusso, yes or no?
As a lawyer and officer of the court, I have to advise you to either answer all questions truthfully or to invoke your constitutional right not to answer at all. But as one black man to another, I'm going to tell you to back up your partner 100%.
Back him up?
That's right.
Who you looking out for, man? Me or LaRusso?
LaRusso doesn't need me to look out for him. He's got the best trial lawyer in L.A. to do that. If he does get him off and you testify against him, you'll end up out in the cold.
What if he doesn't get him off?
Cops you work with will blame you. Cops you work for will forget all about you.
Hollander swore to me that he wouldn't do that.
Now's when he needs you, Donnie. What's he gonna say when he doesn't need you?
I don't know.
Look, wise up, my friend. When a black cop testifies against a white cop, no matter what happens to the white cop, the black cop gets treated like a nigger.
Rose, this teletype, you put this out?
Yes, I did.
You put out an APB on one of my homicides, you don't even run it by me?
I ran it by you once already, but you didn't follow up on it.
Rose, I'm telling you one more time, you stay off my investigation.
Go to hell.
You got a second?
Sure. What's the problem?
This guy, Rose.
What about him?
He's trying to take over one of my cases.
Is this the drive-by shooting?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Captain. I don't need some colored guy looking over my shoulder.
Hey, detective. We don't call blacks colored guys anymore.
I don't need some African with an attitude going behind me trying to show me up. So, you get him off my case or I'll do it myself.
Can I talk to you?
Come on in.
I've changed my mind. I'm not going to testify.
What do you mean you're not going to testify? You're under subpoena.
I'll say I was coerced.
Donnie, you can't do this.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
You're making a huge mistake.
The mistake was in letting you force me into this in the first place.
No one forced you, Donnie. I just told you what was going to happen if you didn't testify.
And it couldn't be any worse than what's happening now. I'm a pariah in the department. My kids are being harassed in school. They're burning crosses on my lawn.
What about the truth, Donnie, huh?
The truth? The truth is, if Vincent LaRusso is convicted, he's a martyr. If he's acquitted, he's a hero. And either way, I'm a traitor.
People have short memories. This won't go on forever.
Maybe, maybe not. But if you're wrong, it's my ass, not yours.
If the DA files against you, it could be your ass anyway.
I'll take my chances.
Damn!
Already played. You missed it.
Thank you, Deborah. That was really nice. Scott, are you ready?
I said I was sorry. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do, stick my head in the oven?
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Janie, I had a hell of a day.
I do not want to hear about it.
It was a 2-minute piano recital. I'm sorry I missed it. But it wasn't a felony.
Oh, and if it's not a felony, I guess you don't have time for it.
I'm saying the boy will survive.
Yes, he'll survive. He'll survive thinking that in the great big world his father lives in, he comes last.
Oh, that's not true, and you know it.
No? What about all the promises you made him to show him Daddy's work, huh? Come on down, see Daddy's work you promised, and then I'll take you out to lunch. He was so excited about that. It's all he could talk about. So what happens?
I know what happened.
We arrived. You're eating a burger at your desk. You completely forgot, John.
I still showed him all around. Took his fingerprints. Took him out to lunch, and we had a great time.
The point is you forgot.
He didn't know that.
I knew it.
Look, I got a billion things up in my mind, Jane. Sometimes stuff falls through the cracks. Are you telling me you never forgot anything?
Don't make promises to him that you're not going to keep. And don't make this family come second, John, because I will not live with it. I will not live with it.
I'm getting a glass of milk.
I don't care what you do.
Sleep, little boy, your heart runs free. Save me a place. I'll be there, cry in the dark. You know you're never alone. And someday, when you're older, with a son of your own, you'll know how hard it is sometimes to find your way back home. Dream, little boy, of the man I was a long time ago, when the world was sweeter here in the dark. You'd fall asleep in my arms, and we both dream together to a place all our own. I hope you know how hard I tried to find my way back home. Right on the street, well, I'm a million miles away, and if I'm not the man you think I am, I swear that I'll try harder every day. Sleep, little boy, your daddy's home. Dream, little boy, I'm right beside you. You're safe in my heart, where the world could never go wrong. And we'll both dream together to a place all our own. Your smile is all I'll ever need to find my way back home.
I love David Ruffin. I also love Eddie Kendricks.
They're both great.
Temptations, they went through some changes, huh?
Yeah.
There was My Girl, there was also Psychedelic Shack, it was Just My Imagination, there was Cloud 9. Now, which was the greatest era? I don't know, I couldn't say.
Gaines, tell me something. How come whenever you talk to me about music, you always talk about the Supremes and the Temptations and the Four Tops and Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye? How come you never talk to me about the Beatles?
I hate the Beatles.
I don't know, it just seems to me Whenever white people talk to black people, it's always about the same thing. How about them Lakers, Franklin? Oh, I love Magic, but I also love James Worthy. You seen the new Eddie Murphy movie yet? Oh, I love Eddie, but I also like Richard Pryor.
Franklin, I'm not white people. I'm Joe Gaines. I'm your partner. I talk about whatever's on my mind.
All frequency standby. 19833 is in pursuit of a possible 187. Any air unit to respond. Come in on frequency 7. License plate California 1 Peter Charles Edward 379.
That's the car.
Adam 55 to Adam 33 on Simplex. What's your location?
19 Adam 33. South on Central.
This is Adam 55. Show us back in the unit.
Make sure L30 is aware. 19 Adam 33 to Air 70 on Simplex. We're in pursuit of the 187 vehicle.
We're aware of it. We're 2 minutes out.
Turn around. Pick your head up.
You know, that gun of yours ain't nothing. My mom's got a bigger gun than that, blood.
I'm not your blood.
You ain't bad enough to be his blood.
Oh, they bad like you? They blow away 6-year-old boys, too? Is that what bad is, huh?
I don't know nothing about no 6-year-old boys.
You make me sick.
Your man's losing it.
Who are you? Who and what are you? You're killing children, and you don't even know to be ashamed. Because you got nothing inside to be ashamed with. You're nothing. When you die, it's gonna be nothing dying, because nothing is what you are. You hear me?
Frank!
Gunshots in the hood. I'm packing my 9, and this kid was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He got shot, nobody knows what for. On the streets, it's money, it's gold, it's dope, it's war. I'm a nightmare to any cop that might stop, and anybody else who comes on my block. Arrested, that's already been suggested. But I don't give a damn, I'm a gangster. You guessed it, they look at me as a menace to society. They lock me up and raise my notoriety. That's right, it's part of the game. I go to jail, but when I come out, I got a bigger name. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. Coming in my hood, you must be insane. I think with my gun, not my brain. So if you feel that you wanna try to diss, remember this. I got a good aim, punk, and I never miss. And I don't care about a punk that's dying, or about the tears that his family is crying. You know it's a drive-by when you see me passing. I'm trained to kill just like a ninja assassin. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. Out on the streets in between selling rocks, I round up my homies from around the block. We find a car that's cool and we pile in. Clips in the ooze and nobody smiling. A bit of violence to break the silence. If somebody dies, you can save the violence. Cause I only care about me, not the others. Oh, and the gun, that's why God made gunners. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. To stop me would be like trying to top a great wall. I'm not even thinking and I'm loaded off 8-ball. Reckless, always down for capping. So loaded tomorrow, I don't know what happened. But mind your business, don't worry about mine. Or you might be in the next chalk outline. Don't ask me no questions and don't ask why. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody can die when the bullets fly. That's right, I ain't lying. Bullets be flying, brothers be dying, mothers be crying. Help me kick it to him again, son. This is real, man, the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Kick it. Life in the hood ain't no piece of pie. Anybody's die when the bullets fly.
Hey, Rose.
What?
You know how I see these gang shootings? Like a natural phenomenon. Thinning of the herd.
Frank?
You.
Want to go get a beer and talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm not mad at you. It's just that you see the world through white eyes, and I see the world through black eyes. There's nothing to talk about.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
You wanted to see me?
Have you ever thought about retirement, Detective?
No.
Well, I think you should.
Oh, yeah? Why's that?
Because you're a lousy cop, doesn't do his job, and if you don't retire, I'm gonna haul your ass down before the Board of Rights for dereliction of duty. I'm gonna make it stick.
Hey, what's your problem?
My problem is you're a racist son of a bitch, and there's no room for a guy like you in this department.
You don't scare me, Johnny boy.
Do yourself a favor, Miller. Don't take me on.
Ralph, I hate this.
So do I.
Let's get some counseling. Please.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. I know there's something going on between you and Campo. I know it. And every time you tell me there isn't, I get this knot in my stomach. Because I know you're lying to me.
Andy and I have never so much as touched each other. Ralph, I swear to God.
You saying you never thought about it?
Go with me for counseling, Ralph.
Will you stop riding with him if I do?
Yes. Yes, okay.
Today in the murder trial of police officer Vincent LaRusso, we go now to Val Matoye at the criminal courts building.
How close are you to picking a jury, Sid?
Still a few days away, Val.
Nervous, Detective?
Yes, I am.
What about angry?
Yeah, guess you could say I'm pretty angry. I mean, I'm proud of the kind of cop I've been, you know? I might have made a few mistakes along the way, but I'm not a murderer. I don't want to be known as one.
Shot in the beer.
I don't care what it takes. I'm going to clear my name.
In other news, a tractor trailer loaded with discarded...
So you made up your mind?
Yeah.
Look, I know what you're going through. I know you've heard all the arguments pro and con. I also know that none of us have to suffer the consequences of what you do but you. Just say what you gotta say. Seems to me, Donnie, that all your reasons for not testifying only make sense if these guys let you out. But they won't. As far as they're concerned, you betrayed the Brotherhood. You go the other way now, and all that means is that you buckled under the pressure. Nobody's gonna respect a man for that. So it seems to me that as long as you are damned either way, you may as well tell the truth. Because if you don't, you'll never sleep a brave man sleep again.
comes down to choices, Donnie. What you want your kids to think about you when they're grown. Did you do what was easy? Or did you do what was right?
These officials also say that the government has defeated the bomb in the South, while United Nations and Red Cross relief efforts are in progress, and that the government will pay relief funds by United Nations and Red Cross planes.
This is Ted Koppel. Later tonight on Nightline, dramatic interviews with Americans still hiding in Kuwait. The latest on how they're living. A Nightline exclusive tonight.
Friday, 3 cheers for Ted Danson. He's an environmentalist with a mission. There's more than meets the eye behind the baby blues of America's favorite bartender. Watch 2020.
This is Bill Beutel, paying the price for heroin, the new connection. We'll take an inside look. Plus, they're not afraid of jail or death. A special report on the new kids on the block, teenage gangs. Jackie Mason isn't laughing at his ex-lover's publicity stunt. Next on Eyewitness News.